First, close your eyes. Now think. Orlando. What comes to mind? I can almost guarantee that the first thing that you thought of wasn't related in any way to the sports industry. Central Florida has never gotten the respect it deserves when it comes to professional athletics. Everyone in Central Florida has at least heard of the Orlando Magic. However, they've only been around for 27 years, and Orlando's athletic history dates back way further than that. Have you ever heard of Tinker Field? Well, from 1973 to 1989, it was the home to the Orlando Twins, the AA affiliate for the Major League Baseball's Minnesota Twins. Orlando was at one time a venue for spring training that would bring professional baseball players from around the country to Central Florida for thousands to see. In 1990, Pat Williams and the Orlando Magic were on the hunt to land Orlando's first Major League Baseball team. They acquired the Orlando Twins and renamed the team to the Orlando Sunrays, trying to battle with groups from St. Pete and Miami to get Florida's first Major League Baseball team. We all know how that worked out. St. Pete won, Miami won, Orlando 0. The Sunrays were a part of Orlando from 1990 to 1992. Did you know Orlando has also been home to several professional football teams since 1966? The Orlando Panthers, belonging to the Continental Football League, were the city's very first professional team, arriving in 1966. The Panthers won the league championship just 1 year after establishing in Central Florida, and then left in 1970. Fun fact, the Orlando Panthers actually had a married couple on the team. Patricia Palinkas was the placeholder for the extra points and field goals for her husband, Steve, who was the kicker for the Panthers. Orlando was also home to several other football programs, including the Florida Blazers in 1974, the Orlando Renegades in 1985, the Orlando Thunder in 91 and 92, the Orlando Rage in 2001, the Florida Tuskers in 2009 and 2010, and currently is the home to the Orlando Predators. Orlando was also home to the Miracle, a women's professional basketball team. The Miracle were owned by the Magic and were established in 1999. They joined the WNBA in just its second season, and the Miracle's second season was their most noteworthy. The team reached the Eastern Conference semifinals, where they lost to the Cleveland Rockets. The Orlando Miracle decided to relocate to Connecticut in 2003. The Orlando Magic were established in 1989 after Pat Williams, who was currently the GM of the Philadelphia 76ers, moved down south and began selling merchandise and season ticket deposits to locals in order to convince the NBA that Orlando was worthy of another expansion team. Since then, the Orlando Magic have been home to some of the NBA's best, including Dwight Howard, Shaquille O'Neal, Tracy McGrady, Penny Hardaway, Horace Grant, Nick Anderson, and Scott Skiles, who is currently the head coach of the Orlando Magic. Central Florida's newest franchise is the Orlando City Soccer Club. The team began playing in the Major League Soccer League in 2013 and has since been the bee's knees in Orlando, selling out multiple games during the season.
I think that the Solar Bears and the Predators, they only fill up their arenas a third to a half, maybe. Whereas a team like Orlando City fills up completely because when Orlando City became a team, they were marketing tremendously to UCF students and people across all of Orlando. Furthermore, I think a sport like soccer attracts not only people that live in Orlando, but tourists from around the world, being the world's biggest sport. Coming from Tampa, where I grew up, I was able to go to professional hockey games such as the NHL, baseball games with the Rays, and football with the Bucks. So I was able to hit every sport that I wanted to, whereas the city of Orlando, they have the football and they have the hockey, but they're just not well marketed, so the people don't really know about them. I think what's holding back the city of Orlando would be the fan base. You have the Orlando fan base is made up of a lot of tourists which come for one game and they go back to their respective locations, whereas in Tampa you have a strong fan base with season ticket holders that have been there from the beginning. Yeah, I was not aware of the Orlando Twins or the spring training that had taken place here in Orlando Being from Tampa, spring training is something that's big down there. We have the Tampa Yankees there, so that's always a big thing that people go to down in the month of March.
It's still a wonder as to why Orlando has only been able to maintain one professional franchise for more than 15 years. Next time you drive by Tinker Field, I can only hope that you remember that Orlando hasn't only been home to numerous festivals, but to many professional athletic franchises as well.